Okay, to students, today we'll do about the introduction of a new technology which is called IoT, that is the Internet of Things. So now you see here there are two words which are coming here. First is Internet and another is thing. So what do you mean by Internet? Any one of you? Yes. See.
Network social media.
Okay. So Internet is nothing. It is basically it is related with communication, and it is also, you can say, it is also related with the, I would say, network of networks. So Internet the technically definition ਜਿਹੜੀ ਉਹ ਹੈ, it is a networks of network. Means you are globally, you are connecting the computers throughout the world. They are communicating with each other and they are sharing the data among each other for the purpose of different applications. Okay, so this is the definition of Internet. Now we have attached one word here, thing, with the Internet. Earlier when the computer technology came, then you have only two types of things which were on the Internet. One is your, I would say, the computers, and later on it becomes your mobiles also. Okay, so thing, earlier it was computers and mobiles, but with the invent of this technology, that is IoT, so thing has a broader aspects. It can be anything. It can be this marker is IoT based, this pen can be IoT based, your shoes can be IoT based, your kitchen appliance can be IoT based, your AC is IoT based. So means now thing can be anything. Okay. Now what I want to ask, when we will say that a thing is on the Internet? Anybody of you? When you will say that thing is on the Internet?
There is a connection or a relation between user and that.
Okay, you say there is a connection between that particular device, but if you want to say that a thing or a particular device is on the Internet, that is through the connection, or that is, I would say, through using the one technical word, that is the IP. That is the Internet Protocol. Now you say this IP address, this will be in the form of decimals, or I would say in the form of bits rather. So if I say, take an example of an IP address 10.0.0.0.1. So this is an example of an IP address. You have come across with some examples like 192.168.1.0. Okay. So this is a 32-bit number. 32-bit number is divided into 4 octets. So this is a octet, 1 octet, 2nd octet, 3rd octet and 4 octet. Each octet is having 8 bits and it becomes a number of 32-bit. Now what is the significance of this IP in corresponding to this thing, that we will discuss on. Okay. Now if I say how you recognize your friends? Yes. By names. Okay, very good. Suppose, what's your name? Manav. Next time I will, he will come across with me and I will say he's Manav because I just recall his name. So you people, recognize all the people by using their names. But computer never does this. Computers always recognize the numbers. There is a famous line in this, that is, humans are good at names and machines are good at numbers. So this is an another example of a number. So because if I say my system is having IP this 192.168.1.0, so this is the name corresponding to this particular IP. You have some name of the computer, but computer in terms it always understand this number. If I say please remember this number, so it will be difficult for you to remember all these numbers. But machines always understand these numbers, and IP address is one of the example of that particular number for uniquely identifying any thing or any device. So I just want ask now one more question which is related with general thing. What is the population of the world nowadays? Okay, any one of you please? What is the population of the world? 7.8 billion. Now this 7.8 billion is the number which is keep on increasing every time. If I mold my question in another way, कि India की population कितनी है? 3.5 is the wrong number. 140 crores कह देने ਆਪਾਂ 130 crores कह देने, it comes around to be 1.3 billion. Now why I ask this question, I suppose you want to give a IP address to each and every person. So how many IP addresses do you need for the whole world? 7.8 billion IP addresses you need. Okay, 7.8 billion IP addresses you need. And what are the total number of IP addresses available nowadays? If I am having a 32-bit IP, जे 2 bits है, 2 bits नाल कितने combination बन सकते हैं? 4, 0 0 0 1 1 0 1. If I am having a 32-bit number, how many combination you can have? Very good, 2 raised to power 32. Can you calculate this? What is the number 2 raised to power 32? If you write it in the form of billions, it will be around 4 billion addresses. So 4 billion addresses you have by having a 32-bit IP. Now you want to give a number to each and every person in the world. Total population of the world is 7.8 billion and you are having addresses 4 billions. Is it okay? This is not okay because you are falling short of numbers. Similarly, if I take an example of India, you need 1.3 billion IP addresses to give each and every person. But nowadays one person is having 2 devices, one person is having 3 devices, 4 devices. So your number is keep on increasing. So this address space of 2 raised to power 32, which is coming around 4 billion, is in IPv4 version. So there is one organization which keeps tracks of these IP addresses, that is IETF, Internet Engineering Task Force. So उन्होंने IPv4 version च क्या कि 32-bit दा IP होएगा. But later on they feel that as the things are increasing, the devices are increasing, you need to increase the address space. Because 7.8 billion 4 billion नाल भी ਆਪਾਂ चलो काम चलता है इत्थे, पर जे अपने कोल 4 billion नाल काम नहीं चल रहा है because 7.8 billion ਤਾਂ ਆਪਣੇ ਕੋਲ population ही है. But if you mold it question, ਸਾਰੀ ਪੂਰੀ world ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਰੇ ਬੰਦੇ ਥੋੜਾ इंटरनेट यूज़ कर रहे हैं. ये भी तो चीज़ है ना कि सारे बंदे इंटरनेट नहीं यूज़ कर रहे, बट एक बंदा 3-4 भी यूज़ कर रहे हैं. So IETF feel that this number is very short, so they move on to the version that is IPv6. Why not IPv5? Because 32-bit तो 128-bit ਦਾ IP बनाता सी. So they when they thought that we should go for 64-bit IP, so ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇਹ ਲੱਗਿਆ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਨੰਬਰ ਵੀ ਸ਼ਾਰਟ ਪੈ ਜਾਣਾ. So that is why they directly move from IPv4 to IPv6. Then if you say 2 raised to power, now how many IP addresses can be there in IPv6 version? 2 raised to power? Can anybody tell me what is this figure? So before preparing this lecture, I was not even aware about 2 raised to power 120, what will be the value. So this will be, I have heard the first time that word, that is 340 undecillion. Undecillion, ਇੱਕ ਦੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ 36 zeros ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ. ਇੱਕ ਦੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ 36 zero, 1 ਦੇ ਪਿੱਛੇ 36 zero ਲਗਾ ਲਓ, that is 1 undecillion. That this will be 340 undecillion. This is a huge address space. Now we are moving from IPv4 to IPv6, and it gives us an opportunity to give the IP addresses to the different things. Because if you want to take a thing on the internet, you need to give an IP address. So IP address 340, now this address space is very sufficient for me. Now I can give IP address to each and every thing which can be brought into the internet. Now this 340 undecillion number is a huge number. ਤਾਂ ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਅਸੀਂ ਹੁਣ thing ਦੀ ਗੱਲ define ਕਰਾਂਗੇ. Now I have told you that this thing, what thing this thing can be. Now I have an IP address with me. I can give an IP to that particular device. ਤਾਂ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲ devices, IoT devices ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਡੇਟ 'ਚ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ 'ਚ ਅਵੇਲੇਬਲ ਹੈ. IoT ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਮਾਰਕੀਟ ਹੈ, that is in 2020, it's a old data, it is a $1 trillion US. This market means people are investing in this technology. It is a $1 trillion economy for this IoT devices. ਤਾਂ ਕਈ ਸਾਰੇ devices available ਹੈ. Have you heard about any IoT device which you are using in your home nowadays? Alexa, very good. Alexa, Google Home, any other device? ਕਿਸੇ ਦੇ ਘਰੇ ਲਾਈਟ ਲੱਗੀ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਅਲੈਕਸਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਚੱਲਦੀ ਹੈ? Your bulb is IP based, which can be operated using Alexa. You want to change the color of the light, you can do it. You want a blue color light in your room, that can be done. You speak, Alexa, please do the blue color of the light. Because that device is a IP based. And you have a voice control system which is in the form of Alexa, which is integrated with this bulb, and it is giving the voice commands, and it is giving, as per my requirement, the color of the bulb. So similarly, there are many devices, there are many category of devices of the IoT which are available in the market. If I talk about some applications which you will come across very shortly in your life, that is smart home systems. Your home will be smart, totally smart in future. Right from opening the door to your AC, your mobile, your kitchen appliances, all you will be, it's an IP based. And with the advent of this IPv6 number, you can connect millions of IP addresses with my Wi-Fi. Millions. Right now you can connect only 255 devices. 255 devices मैं अपने home Wi-Fi ਦੇ ਨਾਲ connect ਕਰ ਸਕਦਾ, but ਜਦੋਂ ਦੇ IPv6 ਜਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ modern technologies ਆਈ हैं, now this number has become in millions. So your home will be automated and every device is on the internet. And now what is the basic, now give me one answer. Yes, you please. What is the basic purpose of the IoT? To ease the life of human. Very good. How we can do that? This is the right point. This is the ultimate goal. You want to make the life of the person easier. How you can do it? What is the ultimate aim of the IoT? Anybody of you? Yes? ऑटोमेटिकली काम करे, ओके वो तो ईजीनेस के साथ ही रिलेटेड हो गया. द अल्टीमेट एम ऑफ द IoT इज टू गेट द डेटा, बिकॉज यू नो Azim Premji, who is the CEO of Wipro Technologies, 2-3 years back he said that data will be currency in few years, because that data is very very important, and you are getting those data from those IoT devices. Now what is the purpose of data? You can analyze that data to make the life easier. Like I can give you one more example of like you have heard about Tesla. It's a driverless car which is coming up, and they have tested already that. So it is also an IoT device. Like one more application I can tell you, like smart agriculture is there. So in that particular application you have IoT sensors which are sensing the weather, and it is giving all the information to the farmer, and farmer is checking all those information for better crop management. So all those things are an applications of IoTs. Is it clear? So IoT will be future, and it is coming up. And how many IoT devices right now available? Any rough estimate you want to give it? Right now it will be 11.3 billion IoT devices which are available in the market, and this number will grow to 27.3 billion in 2025. This is a rough estimate, but I hope, as per my understanding, this number will be more than that estimation, because when technology comes, people will use and number of users will increase, and when it is impacting the society, then that technology becomes more popular, and the users are increasing exponentially. So this 27 billion IoT devices will be there in the coming time, and you will see that everything will be automated. So there are many applications. I can give you smart home, smart cities. You have heard about smart city term. That is also IoT based. You have water waste management. Water waste management means you want to check, because water, this is a huge problem in, like if I take an example of Punjab, and you want to see do it in a particular area, you want to water management system. So that can be done through the IoT devices. So you can check that इस area ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ any water usage है, sensors ਦੇ ਨਾਲ predict कर ली, और ਉਸ ਤੋਂ ਬਾਅਦ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ उन्नी water deliver करना, distribute करना. You have you heard about one more application which is coming in the advertisement? Amazon Go. Amazon Go. There is all request you to see that video on the YouTube. That is one very popular application. This is a live store in US. You go to the shop and you pick everything. That store is having nothing. It is all automated. You buy the thing, you scan on your mobile. If you cancel the order, you have seen, I think, that video also. देखी किसी ने? Okay. So that is also a IoT enabled system with having. Now I told you that ultimate goal of the IoT is to get the data. Now what is the purpose of that data? You can, because that if their number of IoT devices are increasing, the data is also increasing. So for that there are two technologies which are supporting this IoT technology. One is big data analytics, and another is machine learning. So these two technologies are collaborating with this IoT technology to make it more valuable for the customer, for the user, for the people. Just take an example. You just see here, if I say like big data is generating, and that sensors are sending data, and it is going on to the cloud, and that cloud you are having certain machine learning algorithm which is doing some predictions on that particular data. for the better decision making. So I can take you one example. Suppose you want to in a particular area you are getting certain soil parameters. Suppose you are getting humidity sensor, humidity, temperature, and all nutrients and you want to check at particular point of time that how much water that particular crop is needed at that particular point. ਤਾਂ ਉਹ ਸਾਰੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਡਾਟਾ ਹੈ ਸਾਰਾ ਉਹ ਸਾਰਾ ਆਪਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਰੀਅਲ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ ਫੈਚ ਹੋ ਰਿਹਾ ਕਲਾਊਡ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਉਹਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਮਸ਼ੀਨ ਲਰਨਿੰਗ ਲਗਾ ਕੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਉਹਦੇ ਉੱਪਰ ਉਹ ਪ੍ਰੈਡਿਕਸ਼ਨ ਕਰ ਸਕਦੇ ਹਾਂ ਕਿ ਇਸ ਕ੍ਰੌਪ ਨੂੰ ਇਸ ਟਾਈਮ ਤੇ ਇੰਨਾ ਵਾਟਰ ਇਹਨੂੰ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ. So this will help the farmer for the better crop production. So this is one example which is a smart farming, because smart is now attaching with every application. You are having smart retail system, smart supply chain management, smart agriculture, smart homes, smart cities. So all this is only because of the upcoming technology which is called the IoT devices. And technically, if I would say, the role of IPv6 is very important, which is giving you the address space to bring each thing which I have started in my initial part of lecture, to bring it onto the internet. There are n number of examples which you will come across in your life. So any questions now which you have in your mind, because this is a general lecture which is motivating you to sensitizing you people to about this technology and how it will impact the society in coming time. Anything you would like to ask? I think questions are there must be some question if I have given you lecture, so that there is a better way of interaction. Yes, girls, any question you have? Everything is understandable?